In about a day or so, the Philadelphia Eagles are set to meet up with the Washington Commanders at home in the first NFC East bit of action. And while we, on the surface, may say that this is a bit of an overmatched opponent, they are the ones who ended our undefeated streak last year. So even if Sam Howell is playing to such a level, they cannot be underestimated. What's up, it's your boy Centron coming back at you with another analysis video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. So we're going to get into a couple topics today. But first, the Eagles must not help the Commanders' biggest strength. What do you think it is? So obviously we're talking about that D-line. And Jalen Hurts has to make quicker decisions. He's making his throws at the fourth slowest pace in the league right now, and that's not a good place to be. Who's his company? Justin Fields, Bryce Young, Zach Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. He's tied with him, and he isn't doing the best this year. He's a rookie, but he hasn't been playing that well. He's been playing terrible, and he's on an abysmal team, and he's part of the reason. So that's not good company to be keeping. And it's not like he doesn't have the time. It's kind of a convoluted issue because he wouldn't have that touchdown to Olamide Zaccheaus if he didn't hang in there, and where 2021 Jalen and 2020 Jalen would have been more apt to run it instead of trusting their guys downfield to make plays for them and going for the quick out, the temporary satisfaction. But it's a fine balance. Like they said here, I agree. We need to find a happy medium. Tua, not to compare him to him, he's getting out at 2.21, so excellent. We don't need to be that fast, but with that line, we might not have as much time as we need on certain plays because it is strength on strength. The Eagles going up against this D-line, all first-round picks, Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen on the inside, and Montez Sweat and Chase Young, the recently revived, who didn't play last year, but all one game. They are a fearsome force to go up against, but this Eagles offensive line, we are bad as well. And I mean that in the best way. So we'll see what they have to bring, man. But yeah, we have an awesome D-line of our own. And who is it that we have to stop? Well, this is a little bit of a multiple choice answer because it's all four of those guys. They get great push up front. And Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, those guys inside are believed to be the best duo. I'd go with our guys, but that's just me. I don't know. They might be highly rated, probably in the top 5, but they combine to have 6.5 sacks and health. And Young is just working his way back to health and trying to find a semblance of his rookie self, having 7.5 takedowns of the quarterback in his inaugural year, but since then battling injury. But yeah. How do you offset them? You run the ball right at them, just like you did with Micah Parsons. They're allowing 4.8 yards a carry, and that's one way to take them out of the game. Last game, I think they allowed 168 yards rushing total, and Dalvin Cook's brother James Cook, aptly so, he cooked them. He went off on them. So we're allowing 145 yards total over the past 3 games, and yeah, we're number 2, so it's also strength against weakness here. So we should be able to have our way with them, and that will greatly aid our efforts in winning this game, controlling time possession, keeping drives alive, as well as tiring them out. They have a bombastic, awesome starting quartet of defensive linemen. Behind them, their guys are hurt, so we can use that, take advantage of that. When the guys come in to spell them, their depth greatly drops off, diametrically opposed to us. When our guys come in, you don't know there's really any drop off. In some instances, depending on down and distance, you might actually get a pickup because Jordan Davis, if he's coming off the bench, that's going to be a win for us. Jalen Carter coming off the bench, that's going to be a win for us. He's playing at a historic rate for this young man, a D tackle, pretty much unheard of outside of Aaron Donald. But yeah, we're gonna have to battle guys. Allen's at 300 and Payne's at 320. That's gonna be a challenge for Cam Jerkins. He's dealing with that groin issue. I don't think it's gonna be a heavy issue. We'll see on the slides protections, the rollouts, if he's able to get to the second level effectively. But yeah, running right at the teeth of that defense, taking them out of the equation, is something that we are likely to employ. No, we're gonna employ. We just have to make sure that on the flip side, they don't try to control time possession, take away possessions from our offense by staying on the field and trying to make the young man implode, make him make rash, dumb, hurried decisions. So 5 questions and answers with the Week 4 enemy. So the Commanders have allowed the most sacks. Who's to blame and much of a concern? How much of a concern is that against the Eagles defensive line? It's a great concern. You have to be highly concerned, especially now that opposed to last year, we're getting a great push on the run defense, and we're more than solid. We're the best right now in the league, and it's going to be tough sledding for them because what they want to do is run the ball, to play complementary football in this game, to make it easier for Sam Howell. But we want him to pass it. We want him to be the one to try and beat us. That puts the ball at greater risk for being intercepted, and he's holding the ball at a historic rate like he has all the time in the world. He's at an above average amount of time, but that hasn't helped him to get rid of the ball. He's reading defense for the first time starter, 3-1. Still, it's not all awful, but he went up against a better team than the Bills and he got crushed. But the Bills don't have the defensive line we have, even if they have the talent, which they don't. With Von Miller not being out there, I don't think right now. I think he's on the pup list, but they don't have the depth. So that's the danger in facing us. We don't just come at you once. We come at you repeatedly, and in waves. So it's going to be tough for them to stave us off, and we'll get to later, but we have some favorable matchups on the offensive line. All right, Sam Howell looked good in week 2, but now he's coming off a 4 interception game. What's confidence level of him bouncing back? For them, yeah, I'm saying that they're confident that he's not going to make the same mistakes. We're going to try to force him into them, of course, but he's 3-1. He likes to go long. Us playing coverages. I believe we'll be able to hold from the back end. We'll see if one of our starters is going to be out on the defensive in the defensive backfield. But I don't think he's a guy that's comfortable, but that wants to dink and dunk it. Like I said, he wants to go downfield, and to do that, you need time, and we're not going to allow him to buy it back there. And we have some good guys on the back end who can cover. James Bradbury, Darius Slay, Reed Blankenship, and they can also come up and hit you as well. But I'm interested to see how Sean Desai mixes up the coverages and what he throws at the young man, because he's going to throw some things at him and hurt him. He's going to blitz as well to speed up that clock. And if we get him off the spot, man, it could be a long day for this young man, and that's hopefully what we're going to try to do. But yeah, he for whatever reason has a false sense of security hanging back there, and he's paying for it by the way of 19 sacks. At this rate, he's not going to make it to the end of the season. All right, to what extent has new offensive coordinator made a difference for the Commanders? I think he's made it easier for him for the type of throws, making use of the run game. But yeah, they still need to take more advantage of it. Hopefully they don't. But I think he's done well in most of the games. I think last week, I think he was just overmatched, but he may have not called the best game, but he's challenged them. I think more than anything, the discipline and the fiery nature he's brought to them has been the best thing for the Commanders' offense. But in this game, I hope that his trust, or I should say mistrust, in Howell comes back to bite him. What is Washington's biggest strength right now? It's got to be the D-line. They say the corners, but the secondary. Well, we'll see. Emmanuel Forbes is out there. He is feast or famine. Biting on the double moves. We love to employ them. AJ loves them. He's got a huge size advantage over him. Smith is very good at them, as well as just putting people to sleep. He's the Slim Reaper. Runs excellent routes. So match him up, and as well as I throw screens at him, try to get tackles of him that size advantage, get anybody of size over there, and just steamroll him. See how long he's going to be able to hold up over the course of the game. And, throwing jump balls as well. He's fast, yeah, sure. But physically, he's outmatched, at least against AJ. He's similar in size to Devontae, so we'll see how that goes. But he is the rookie. Devontae is the veteran, so I look for him or us to take advantage of those matchups. Don't care if they have Kendall Fuller, who's their best, is one of the best in the league, and Cam Curl, who's a premier guy. We still have the advantage. All right, I don't care about that. But let's get into some injury analysis. So Justin Evans, he's questionable. So it's going to be huge whether he plays or not, and then to what degree is he going to be effective. Sidney Brown's out with a hamstring. Quez Watkins also out, was training in the right direction, but just let it sit for a little bit. We have Olamide Zaccheaus, who's playing pretty well. Damn, this is so good. This shit fell out. Britton Covey, he's full go. So everybody outside of those two are going to be out. And not starter, but quality backup guys. And then on the flip side, the Commanders missing no starters, a backup. I think he's a third or fourth stringer, so it doesn't really matter. And some guy who I don't even know, haven't figured out, not gonna figure it out. But let's look at some matchups that are gonna be the main part of the game. So the Eagles' offensive line versus the Commanders starting four. I believe we can. I don't know where he's lining up over. Who's lining up against who? So Lane's pretty much gonna erase the guy. I mean, especially if he's going up against Chase Young, he doesn't have much of a chance. But Montez Sweat, if he's going up against our guy on the left, Jordan Mailata, he's a speed guy, and he struggles against speed guys. Historically speaking, he hasn't done that bad this year, but he hasn't been great. But we've been running into form. And on the interior, it's going to be a battle with Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne against Cam Jurgens. So we'll see how he holds up. But he's going to get some help from Jason goes to his left and Lane Johnson to his right. But it's going to be a day for him. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. So Eagles rushing attack versus the Commanders rushing defense. I mean, like I said, running straight at them is the best way to go. And them not having depth, we're really going to try to just speed it up. They're allowing 4.8 a carry. I mean, Swift he averaged 8.1 last game, and then 6.2 in versus the Vikings. So look for him to try and eat them alive. Especially, I think we're gonna, like we said, attack them right up that middle. We might run to Malai's side or run to Johnson's side. So we're gonna attack maybe the edges of the defense as well. And I think especially, whatever side that Emmanuel Forbes is to, run right to that side and try and make him be more of a cover two corner, which he doesn't have the frame for. The Eagles run defense versus the Commanders rushing offense. We're number one in the league right now. And we know this is what they did last year. They didn't have a great yards per carry, but they didn't need to have it. And but they had Taylor Heineke, who's a highly underrated guy, very crafty, scrappy guy, that quarterback, which is really flummoxing why they decided to go back to Carson Wentz. But it worked out to everybody else's benefit. So, but Brian Robinson, he can get loose, so you have to game tackle him. The first guy, he's gonna try to fight him off, and he's pretty damn tough. So. This guy here, Antonio Gibson, he's talented, but he puts the ball on the ground too much. Only one turnover last year, already 3 fumbles this year. So, man, that peanut punch, gonna maybe see a repeat of that. Jalen Carter, heavy guy's gonna lean on him, try and hold him up, stick him up, so he can get that money out there. And hey, that could make a hell of a difference in the game. So we've been safety, Justin Evans, our safety play, they've been punching balls out. Game 1 against the Patriots or the Vikings, he recovered, and then he also punched out Terrell Edmonds against the Vikings. Jay Jetter, Justin Jefferson, he punched it out. Last week, Jalen Carter punching it out. We've been aggressive, creating turnovers each and every game. And yeah, of course, that well's going to dry up at some point, but we've been making things happen in that regard. So I look for us to have a turnover or two this game. And definitely, when he has the ball, he's the one to go after. Terry McLaurin, of course, has to be a guy that we monitor, but I trust Slade with him. We'll see how things are employed, but hopefully it's not the at 100% of the time play off and just let him have room to operate, because he's a dangerous receiver. So where might the Eagles go feasting on the offensive line? And solid here, and here. And that's trouble, because two guys next to each other, that's right where Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are, as well as the savvy veteran Fletcher Cox, the lightning quick Milton Williams, as well as Tui Pelotu. I mean, and this guy going up against Hassan Reddick. And the thing about Hassan Reddick, he's getting that cast off of his thumb, so finally he'll be able to have full access to his pass rush arsenal, and that could spell danger. Like, he had similar numbers going into week 3 or week 4 last year, at least going into our Commanders game matchup, and he's exploiting them in that game, and this could be another jumping off point for him again. So we'll see. First game back in matchup against Andrew Wiley, who gave up 9 sacks last year. Got gifted with a nice field in the Super Bowl that was muddy, and crap conditions didn't allow anybody's pass rush to get off. So he's not gonna have the same advantage this time, and we'll see where he truly is. So I hope he gets embarrassed. I mean, he's not he's below average. He should get exposed this game. But yeah, 7 out of 10. It could be a long day on the interior, on that right side, for those blockers up front. All right, the Eagles ball hawking defense versus the Commanders' careless offense. So yeah, Sam is giving the ball away, 5 interceptions, 4 in that last game. He just kept trying to throw himself out of danger. Him being a reckless gunslinger, we'll take it, and we have the guys to take advantage of that. I mean, Slay has a pick, not Bradbury. Reed Blankenship has a pick, and we have guys that can take advantage of turnovers on the back end, and we'll see what coverage we throw at the rookies. We're looking to confuse and hopefully disguise blitz from different gaps, A, B, bringing late pressure, delayed blitzes. I look for them to try to make his life a living hell and take advantage of the lack of experience that he has at the quarterback position and starting. So we'll see how this matchup goes, but I like the Eagles. And pretty much every facet, even their D-line against our O-line, I think we're going to win out and just, run it at them, tire them out, run them over, and just deplete their stamina so that they have nothing left. And put this game on the back of Sam Howell, who I think will fail. Anyways, we're going to get up out of here. But like always, I love talking about the Eagles, and I love making these videos. So you're not even watching. You're not here, but it's all good. So I'm going to go be a new man and get ready for this game on for me early Monday morning. But as always, last video here, it's fly Eagles fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.